Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking exit 4 off the New Jersey Turnpike and making our way through Mount Laurel, Cherry Hill, and finally into Berlin, New Jersey. Along the way, we'll check out the neighborhoods, the township vibe, real estate, and more. Right after exit 4, we're in Mount Laurel, a township known for its suburban comfort, great schools, and family-friendly neighborhoods. You'll see a mix of tree-lined streets, shopping centers, and newer housing developments. Real estate here ranges from around the mid-300,000s to well over $600,000, depending on the neighborhood. A lot of professionals who work in Philly choose Mount Laurel because it's just a short commute, but it still has that peaceful suburban feel. As we keep driving, we pass through Cherry Hill, one of the most well-known suburbs in all of South Jersey. Cherry Hill is bigger, busier, and full of life. It's got malls, tons of restaurants, and a strong retail presence. The neighborhoods here are diverse, with older mid-century homes mixed with newer developments. Real estate runs a little higher here, but people love it for the convenience and schools. Cherry Hill also has a huge dining scene, from classic Jersey diners to Italian spots, and even international cuisine. The culture here feels very local and community driven. You'll find neighborhood events, high school sports that bring everyone together, and plenty of family traditions tied to South Jersey living. The population is a blend of longtime Camden County families and newer residents moving in for affordable real estate and good schools. People are friendly, and it has that welcoming small town vibe where neighbors actually know each other. Heading further south, the scenery shifts. The roads get quieter, traffic thins out, and you start to feel that small-town South Jersey charm. This is where Berlin Township and Berlin Borough come in, a community that blends suburban living with that close-knit town feel. Welcome to Montebello, a premier senior living community in beautiful West Berlin, New Jersey. Berlin has a mix of classic ranch-style homes, single-family houses, and newer developments. What draws people here is affordability compared to Mount Laurel and Cherry Hill. You can find homes starting in the mid-200,000s, with larger properties in the 400,000s. It's a popular choice for first-time homebuyers and families looking for more space without breaking the bank. people here are a blend of longtime South Jersey families and newcomers from Philadelphia or North Jersey who want a slower pace. It's very community focused with local schools, sports leagues, and plenty of neighborhood pride. The vibe is friendly, laid back, and family oriented. And you can't talk about Berlin without mentioning food and local landmarks. The Berlin Farmers Market is a South Jersey icon. Part flea market, part farmers market, and full of local vendors selling everything from fresh produce to antiques. And of course, there's Diggerland, USA, the only construction-themed amusement park in the country where kids and even adults can actually ride and operate real machinery. It's such a unique spot that really puts Berlin on the map. I actually did a video at Diggerland, so if you'd like to see what it's like inside, check the link in the description or at the end of this video. And while you're there, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and lets me keep bringing you more drives like this one. Not far from here, you've also got Sahara Sam's Oasis, a huge indoor and outdoor water park in West Berlin that's perfect for year-round family fun. Between Diggerland, Sahara Sam's, and local community parks, this area has a lot to offer families. So that's our drive today, from Mount Laurel and Cherry Hill and finally into Berlin, New Jersey. A mix of suburban comfort, small town charm, affordable real estate, and family-friendly attractions. Thanks for riding along. If you're enjoying these drives, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on where you'd like me to go next.